Alright guys, got an update for you. So, I don't know how to say this, I was going to say it. I don't even know what happened, half of it. So, last video, this is what I experienced. I went to the priest's compound, where the priests hang out. They took my dreams, the dreams I had in my head. I forgot what they wanted them for. Find answers to my problems with Christ. They did that. Then the next day, I left. Christ tells me I have to go. He don't tell me. He just takes me. Takes me to another place. And they did the same thing. So I'm laying there, I'm thinking. And what it was, this one was, they put me in like a coffin, like an electrical coffin. No, that's the wrong image I'm trying to put in your head. It's more like a bed with the thing that comes over top of you. A glass thing with and that your head part. It's all electrical. And this machine was to take my dreams and find out what's wrong with me. Because I'm aggressive and angry. And I try to tell them, but they don't believe it. What's making me angry? Which is Christ and his dreams and all his shit. Now, it's not, I'm different, okay? You gotta understand, this is not Christ in general. There's people in St. Lucia who just live their lives and see Christ once a month, and that's it. I see him every day. He controls my everything. He controls everything, and I can't take it anymore. I'm basically healed, and he controls everything. Everything. I can't even have my own dreams, okay? So that's why I'm rebelling. That's the only reason. And I told them, get your boot off my head, and we'll be good. So, they take my dreams. All that's done. It was 2 days of taking my dreams. The priests had their machine, and it just sucked it out really fast, like boom, 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 boom. This was like long and slow. It took 2 days to get it all. So I'm sitting there thinking, the priests need my thing, need my dreams. They're looking for answers, or whatever they're doing. I don't even know at this point. Everybody's lying to me. I'm so fucking confused. I don't even understand it. Then Christ does it. So I'm like, do you guys hate the priests? Is that it? He goes, we don't hate the priests. They're just different. They fall under Christianity, right? And he goes, yeah. And I'm like, oh man. Then why do you gotta do what they gotta do? I'm like, you got all my dreams. You've been here for 10 years, man. You know everything I don't even know. But you ain't fucking giving it up. So fuck you, I'm leaving. And this is what I'm telling the Christ. And I'm like, dude, you're driving me nuts. Anyway. Oh, God. Then what really pissed me off was, in the dream sessions, 90% of the dreams were my fucking penis in my hand. Me jerking off the porn on the fucking computer. It's not like it's a big fucking secret. Everybody on earth does it, so I don't know what the fuck the problem is. We're talking about it. There ain't, but whatever. So, and I'm like, really? I go, all the things in the goddamn universe, you get to take and study, and all you care about is my dick. Really? I mean, that's what it comes down to? I'm like, holy shit. It's finally that gets done. I'm pushing away Christ. I want to leave Christ. I want him to go away. Every time I go home to my house, where Tina and the kids are, I'm there, and there's a Christ. He moved into my room. I sleep in the basement. He moves in my room. I can't sleep. I get up out of the bed and I leave. And I go to the priestess's house, or I go to the priest's compound, or I go to the illusion room, or I go to Bone Jesus' house, and they put me up for the night. So that's what I do. I don't even go home anymore, because basically It's just my home turned into a monkey cage, and I'm the monkey. And Christ and all those people just sit there and pick my goddamn brains apart all night. It's not even worth going home. So I go to other people's houses to sleep. And if they don't want me, I'm going to a park bench. And I did that already. I was slept down by the train station on a fucking park bench. And they all got mad at that. It's degrading. I'm like, shit. You're fucking, the sole of your foot is degrading on my fucking head all night. And I'm already mad. And I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of this, and I don't know what to do. So that goes on for days. A couple days. I ain't even creating in the zombie room. I'm not creating the trains. All that goes on. A lot more went on. A lot. Just, I felt like I was in a tornado. Just fucking spinning around. And I just like walk from place to place to try to find a place to sleep for the night. So, yesterday, I woke up from my dream. I went to sleep. Oh, and the priest, I gotta tell you this. Sorry, I almost forgot. The priest, they stuck me in this room. They stuck me and they go down here and go to sleep. And I go down in there, and there's this mud. It's like mud, clay, but it's liquid. And I go into it, and it's like a clay bath or something. But I got my clothes on, and I can breathe under the mud, but it's really thick and goopy. So I just slept in there like all day. All day. The whole time, crazy man that I put in jail, he is stealing my energy. Now, it's not like a tornado coming off me. It's like, and I'm always got no energy because he's stealing it. The Christ, I found out through the priest found out that Christ breached me, and he was stealing my energy. He breached inside me. He breached me, which was a no-no. So he had to go to court. And this all happened in like hours in one day. As soon as the priest reported, he breached me. And they're watching me all the time, the priest. I don't know why. I don't even know why they give a shit. But hey, I'm all about it. I got some help. But they're pretty cool. They introduced me to ET. Unless that wasn't real. I don't know. We'll find out. So, I mean, I can hook up to her right now. I can go to her. I can feel her. It's a real entity. So I'm thinking, like, as of right today, I can hook up to the ET and the Addie, whatever her name is, and I can feel her. And I can see her. I'm way back. Hey. Way the hell up there somewhere. So I'm thinking, yeah, it's real. So, because if it was a psyop, I wouldn't be able to do that. You know what I mean? If it was just a fantasy thing, like an AI, I wouldn't be able to do that. So, I go into this clay, stay there. And basically, it's to keep me safe, and the clay is to clean me, clean my soul or something. Then, after that, the Christ took me. He took me into another room, and they put me in another electronic coffin thing, and it boom, 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 like that. Energy down me, and it was to clean my soul. So whatever the priest did, the Christ did. So I had two things to do each time. It's like, well, we can do that too. We're putting rich in ours. It's like 3-year-olds fighting over me, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, you guys. What, do you really hate each other that bad? It's like a 3-year-old pissing match. My toy car is better than your toy car. I'm like, really? And then the priestess, she flips out one day. 2 days ago, she flips out. She just went fucking nuts. She goes, they've been doing this to me for 75 years. I've been living here for 75 years. Non-stop, this bullshit. I got out of it, and I live alone by myself. Basically, I'm a nomad. She goes, she's a priestess, so she's a priest. She's with the priest, more or less. She goes, it never ends, Rich. It never ends. Just stay out of it. It never ends. At least you get peace of mind out of it. And I'm like, Jesus, really? She goes, yeah, it never ends. She goes, once they own you, forget it. And I'm like, damn. And I'm like, well, okay. And I'm now I listen to everybody, but I don't make a decision. Okay. So, with that said, I go to sleep. I wake up and I'm in a different place. I'm in a house. In the dream, I'm running around this house. It's like a rich person's house. A Victorian old rich person's house. And I got to paint on the floor pictures because I'm an artist. And I got to paint pretty pictures on the floor. And so I never get a chance to do that because I always get distracted by things. Anyway, I wake up, I'm in the house, and there's a Christ, and he's staying. He goes, you're moving in here? And I'm like, I'm what? My brain's catching up, okay? It's always catch up for my brain. He goes, yeah, so you're room 63, and this is where people go that are basically homeless and shit. But they want to be with Christ and stuff. And so he takes all my information down. He goes, he goes, do you want your secrets revealed in our conversations and stuff? And I'm like, my secret? I don't even know what my fucking secrets are. But they are. It's my inner light, what I can do with my inner light, and the extraterrestrials, moon, shit, ancient stuff of me, my ancient shit that's not supposed to be talked about in St. Lucia. He goes, do you want that? He goes, do you want to talk about it? I go, I don't want it revealed between. I go, it's between me and you. I don't want it revealed, right? And he goes, okay. And he goes, because if you reveal your secrets to St. Lucian, you're fucking done like a dinner. Done like a dinner, man. They will kill you. They will rip you up. Anyway, so you don't speak of it. I ain't. Anyway. So, and it was all in order. It was all in order. So, this is my second home. This is where I gotta go. I'm gonna go there, but let me tell you what happened. So he takes that information. He takes some other information. I can't even remember what it was. It was stupid stuff. And he goes, so me and you are gonna have talks once in a while. And he goes, this is a Christian center, and it's got hundreds and hundreds of rooms. And this is a great big house. But he goes, wait, if you live here, if you stay here, you gotta. He goes, this is your room, but if you stay here, you gotta keep it clean. He goes, every day do a little bit of cleaning, mop the floor, sweep the floor, do the dishes, just do something to contribute. And I go, well, there's 100 something kids here. And he goes, yeah, and the house stays clean. And I'm like, okay, no, that's cool. It's Christ's house. Hey, keep it clean. That's all good. And he goes, it's a free place to sleep. And he goes, it's all good. And I went, okay, done. Whatever. So basically, there's a bed, great big room with a bed, and the view is sick. It's like a garden of happiness out there. Anyway, there's a fishing spot, a big creek in the back. You can go fishing, catch some fish. I don't keep them, but it's fun, relaxing. Anyway, I get done that. I'm talking, and I'm talking to the priest about stuff, and there's a priest there. I saw the priest. And I saw the Christ, and it's a big house, big old house, and the people that are there, the people that own the house, they're called the Kirklands. The Kirklands place, Kirklands. It's called Kirklands. So if you ever need a place to stay, go to Kirklands. Pretty nice, and and it's full of kids, like teenagers and people. And it's pretty good. You can't have a gun and things like that, but you get to sleep and live peacefully, and that's good. So anyway, I'm kind of troubled because why am I here? I just woke up here in Kirkland, and I dreamt about the place before, so I know it. But I never stayed here. I never had a room, right? It's Christ's house, so. That's questions. Questions come up. And he goes, just a house for you to sleep. And he goes, if you need to talk to Christ, I'm here. We can get through your shit. And I'm like, all right, whatever. I still don't understand what's going on yet. I'm like, this sounds good. I always need a place to stay, right? So he goes, I get done that, ask all the questions I need to ask. Then I leave and I go back to the illusion room. And I want to go home to sleep, man. I just want to go to my fucking house. It cost me 60 fucking grand for this house. And it's a big house. And I got a basement, 2 places I can sleep. Christ moved into my bedroom. They kicked me basically out. They kicked me out, put Christ in there. And they go, you got to sleep in the basement. Christ is sleeping in your bed. I'm like, hell, what the fuck? And I can read the writing on the wall, right? We're Tina and the kids, we're control. We're with Christ. You sleep downstairs in the dungeon. I'm like, hell no. And everywhere I sleep has a symbolic meaning. If I'm down in the basement or if I'm in my room, if I'm in my room, I own the house. I'm a man, but Christ is ripping me a new one every night. If I sleep down in the dungeon, I'm a lesser than sort of fucking thing. All this symbolic shit. I'm like, oh, I don't even care about it. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm leaving. Keep the fucking house. Goodbye. I say I'll come back when Christ is gone, right? And then I just get back, and all of a sudden Christ comes down and he starts reading all this stuff. And I'm like, what the hell's going on now? And they said, you're leaving Christ. And I'm like, what? And they go, yeah, you're leaving Christ. So I'm leaving Christ. And all of a sudden, the energy, the focus, the whatever it is, comes off me. And I shrink down to a little guy like this. It felt like I was nothing, man. It felt like I was nothing. And the priestess is there, and the priest and Bone Jesus, and they're telling me, and my wife's telling me, she goes, you just left Christianity, Christ, kingdom, the fucking whatever, but you still live in St. Lucian. You're gonna be all right. You're all good. You're just a person living in St. Lucian. And I'm like, okay, cool. Finally, Christ is gone, so I'm all happy. No more boot on my head. And Bone Jesus is there. The priest is there. I got Bone Christ. I got the other Christ that runs the illusion room. I'm golden, man. I'm golden. I don't get the boot on my head. That's all I wanted gone. I go, you know what? You didn't have to do this. All you really had to do was get rid of the guy that had the boot on my head. We would have been golden. Nope. Christ wins the war. Well, I'm like, okay, then see you. But it was all to keep me controlled and heal me. But I don't need the healing anymore. But now they're all afraid I'm going to go to the illusion and get killed and all this shit. But I can go anywhere I want, so I'm fucking happy. I can still go anywhere I want in Christianity. And because I'm still a Christ, an unwritten one. So I'm like, nothing's really changed other than he's got his boot off my head. And I go, yeah. And I'm like, okay, sweet. So now I can have my own dreams again. Oh, man, it was nice. So, but they'll tell you different. Rich ain't a Christian anymore. He left Christ. I'm like, whatever, man. Whatever. You know, this is a lot nicer for me. I ain't afraid to fight. I ain't afraid of conflict, but I ain't looking for it either. But if I get my ass attacked, I can fucking defend myself. Fighting with guns, fighting with my fists, fighting with the illusion. Totally. There's 3 different ways to fight, and you can do it all at once and manipulate your fucking opponent and kick his ass. It's really different. And then call for Christ, and you get back up, and 15 Christ come and help you out. So it's all good. Now the thing is, I wake up this morning, or I was going to bed last night, and I'm standing there and I'm thinking, I'm watching a hockey game, and I'm thinking, I'm in the illusion room. Christ occupied, see that behind me? That big white thing? That was cool. So Christ is in my bed sleeping. They're all telling me to come back. He said he'd save me. Save me. I can take you home, Rich. I can take you home. Oh, yeah, you can. You can put your boot on my head, too, and I ain't going through it. I'm done. And I went through my own before I came to Earth. And I go, dude, I lived up in level 16 and higher. You know what? What are you going to do? They're watching all this. And there's reasons why I'm here and I'm doing all this and putting these guys in jail, you guys in jail. And he didn't like that too much. He went and checked it out. And he came back, started doing the same thing. And I was right. Because I've been through it for 10 fucking years. I know I'm right. It's not a question. I know myself. But they always try to manipulate you by giving you bad information. And so with that, I had to make a choice. And there were 30 choices. I'm like, holy shit. I don't even know how. So basically, I'm living in the illusion. I got nothing. I got nothing. Not really. I have no choice, no path to follow. Now, whatever this is, I got my house occupied by Christ, and my wife, which is with Christ, and the kids are with Christ. That's beautiful. That's their thing, man. And I can be a Christian living in my house with my family, but nope, that's not an option. So, because I'm not having a boot on my head, and wherever there's Christ, there's a boot on my head, and I fucking ain't going back. Nope. And I go, not until something happens where I know that's not going to happen. So, oh my God, I can stay with the illusion room, with my trains and my zombies, with Bone Jesus. They're basically my mentors. I'm looking to them. Bone Jesus, he's Christ. Train Jesus, he's a Christ. I got the priestess, she helps me out. She's the only one that fucking tells me the truth of what's going on. Jesus just reads the Bible. The same script all the time. And it's all good, but I ain't in that, man. I can't join the religion, so to speak. But I'm all for Christ consciousness, natural law, all that. They go, it's harder that way. I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I go, at least it's a way. I go, that way with Christ, you just live Christ stuff. You don't even do anything for yourself. You don't even do nothing for yourself. You just hang there. I don't get it, man. Anyway, I chose. You may have to make a choice. You gotta make a choice. What it is a path. You want a path, so you're doing something. And the path I took, I could have went with Tina and the kids and Christ. Nope, I ain't doing that. Been there for 10 years. I'm fucking sick of it. And you know, at the beginning, it was great. It was good times. We had a lot of fun. I healed up. I learned a shitload of stuff. And I had cool dreams. He showed me cool things, but all that quit. Now it's just basic stuff. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. That's bad, Rich. I'm like, no, it ain't. Shut up. And so I left that. I just want to hire Christ to learn higher stuff, but they won't even go there because the higher Christ don't want to come down. I got to go to them. That's the way it is. And as far as I'm on this earth, I ain't fucking learning about racism one more night. Bullshit. Suffocating in that goddamn scenario. Oh my God. Anyway. So I'm about to make a choice. So I chose my illusion room. And everybody was happy. Tina wasn't. But everybody was happy. They said, good choice. And I go, ain't nothing changed. I just sleep in a different spot. And I got Christ off my head. And I get to have my own dreams. Maybe win the lottery. Explore different things. Whatever. Talk to the ETs. I go to you. Everybody here, everybody in St. Lucian, you all freak out about the ETs. To me, it's just fucking, it's a little weird, but hey, it's kind of exciting. It's something to do. It's something cool. Unbelievable. But it's a secret. I'm not allowed to talk about it, of course, because it's not part of Christ. But I am now, I guess. I don't know. I just figured out where I'm going to be. Just made my choice this morning as I'm making this. So that's where it stands now, guys. So I'm out of the Christ complex, but he still helps me. I still got that room over there where I can go talk to Christ confidentially about all my issues and shit. They said they're giving me a life counselor. The priest said, we recommend Rich gets a life counselor. A life counselor. And then Christ took me to the Christ room. So I guess I met the life counselor, but the priests, I ain't even asked them yet. So basically, I gotta go see a life counselor. They recommended I leave Christ and Rich goes sees a life counselor. Now, the new place where I got to live and sleep has the Christ which counsels me. But I talked to him about my issues and shit, and that's it. He don't own my ass. So was he the life counselor they were talking about? It happened right after they said that, so I'm guessing it is somewhere like that, and something like that. So we'll see what happens, guys. Maybe some cool stuff coming up. I just want to do my own thing. It's nothing bad. They think I'm gonna get killed. Can't talk to aliens. Can't do this. Can't see my friends. Not the way I want it. And you know what? I still could have been with Christ. He could have been up there doing other things. And I could be down here living, still hooked up into Christ consciousness. But nope. His way or the highway, so I took the highway. But guess what? I am Christ consciousness. I still get all the information. I still get all the Christ stuff. Ain't nothing changed. He just got his boot off my head. So it's a whole inverted game. You suck, Rich. You're not a part of us anymore. You're not a part of us. Yes, I am. Ain't nothing changed. I just got the boot off my head. Ain't nothing changed. I don't understand what the fuck they're all arguing about. What changed is Tina kicked me out of the fucking house and moved a Christ in there. He's sleeping in my bed. So that's about all that changed. I ain't going back there as long as he's there waiting. As soon as I lay down on the couch downstairs and go to sleep, I'm done like a dinner. He's gonna rip my brain apart. And I'm like, nope. So I don't know what's gonna happen. But I hope it gets better for me. And I ain't afraid of fighting no illusion. Crazy man's a joke. I can kick his ass every day. I can kick his ass in his sleep. It's not an issue. I don't even have to kick his ass. I just stay in the same illusion. Going out there to the illusion, you're just floating around in the blackness, more or less. Going to different rooms. It's not really all that. If I need help, I just go to the priests. I go to the Bone Jesus, and the life counselor coach Jesus, and we're all good. So that's where it stands, guys. Later.